Hi folks, this is Brian with another Windy City Cigars video. In today's adventure, we're going to be discussing how to rehydrate dried out tobacco. Now, first I'd like to say we're talking here about loose tobacco. What we're going to describe is not going to work with cigars, cigarettes, or anything of that nature. Now, over time, especially if it's not stored properly, loose tobacco will dry out. It turns very dry and very crunchy. One way to tell if a tobacco is dry is if you grab a punch of it or a pinch of it out of the bag and set it down, it doesn't clump up, it just fizzles out. That's dry tobacco, believe me. Another way to tell is just listen to the sound of the tobacco. If you squeeze the bag and it sounds like you're squeezing a bag of potato chips, it's dry. If it sounds like this, it's dry. You know, dry tobacco is very, very hard to enjoy, especially when it's super dry. It loses its flavor, it loses its aroma, and it burns very, very quickly. So, you know, your cigarette or if you're using a pipe will just go like that. One simple yet effective method for rehydrating tobacco involves a standard Ziploc baggie and a wet paper towel. Now, you take the paper towel, wet it down, and then just wring the water out of it. You don't want this thing dripping wet. But basically, you take the tobacco, drop some into the bag, and boy is that dry. Take the wet paper towel, place it in the baggie, and then Ziploc it closed. Now, you don't want the baggie or the paper towel dripping wet because you don't want the tobacco to get soaked. You just want it to hydrate. So basically, if you do this, the humidity in there will try to even out. So it'll pull humidity from the paper towel onto the tobacco. The trick here is then leave it, don't mess with it, don't touch it, whatever. Just set it over in a corner and leave it for 24 to 48 hours. Then check it. Basically, take the paper towel out and check the tobacco. If it's moist, then you've got good tobacco to use again. If the top half is moist but the bottom half is still dry, stir it up a little bit, re-wet the paper towel, put it back in there and leave it for another 24 to 48 hours. But that will only occur if you're trying to rehydrate a large amount of tobacco at one time. It usually works a little bit better if you use smaller amounts. Again, this is strictly for loose tobacco. It will not work with cigars, so please don't even bother trying this at home on that one. Now, if you enjoy our video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up or subscribe to our channel. Thanks very much.